Inequality is key to this. Right now, the OECD, the IMF, and the World Bank are all saying that inequality is reducing our opportunities for growth. They're saying it for good reason. The poorest people in any country spend the highest part of their income. The richest people spend the lowest part of their income. So the more of the total wealth of a country that goes to the richest people, the lower is the overall level of spending. And spending is what drives growth. It is what gives people the chance to increase their incomes in the future. But when you have greater inequality, you have lower growth, and so people are stuck. We're stuck with their level of income. We're stuck with an economy that refuses to grow, which is what we've seen for years. And tax evasion and tax avoidance are driving that inequality. In particular, tax havens are driving that inequality because the money moves to a tax haven, never comes back, never gets passed on to its rightful owners, and instead is simply lost to the world's economic activity. If we look at the total amount of money in tax havens, the lowest reasonable estimate at the moment is by an academic in Paris, Gabriel Zucman. He suggests that the amount of money in tax havens is $8 trillion, 6 or so trillion euros. The Tax Justice Network has come up with a much larger figure. They suggest there might be at least $21 trillion in tax havens. And the honest answer is that I think Gabriel Zucman's estimate is far too low because he focuses only on a very limited range of financial assets and he only concentrates on a small number of places, most especially Switzerland. The Tax Justice Network estimate may, at its higher limits, be too high. I think it is possible, and they admit it, that that estimate is at the higher end. But we do know that trillions of dollars of assets from around the world are hidden in tax havens. Some of them from tax avoidance, which is legally getting around the tax system, and some of it from tax evasion, which is illegally getting around the tax system. It doesn't matter, by the way, what the distinction between the two is. Both of them are getting around the tax system. Both of them are cheating, and both of them depend upon secrecy because nobody wants to be identified as a cheat. So we're in this situation where we have to now tackle this cheating, where we have to change the world economy so that we can find out who is actually hiding their money away, including large multinational companies who use tax havens, so that in the future, the right amount of tax is paid in the right place at the right rate at the right time. And if that happens, we'd all be better off. We, honest taxpayers, would probably pay less. Businesses would have a level playing field on which to compete. There'd be more growth, more job opportunities. The young of our countries would have the chance to work in stable employment, and we could invest in the future prosperity that we want. This isn't some minor technical issue. This is about claiming the world that we really want to live in. Beating tax abuse is vital to our long-term well-being.